Having vague research goals feels a lot like trying to catch smoke. No matter how hard you try, it will always just dissolve in your hands. Whether you are doing exploratory or evaluative research, not being sure what you are trying to learn is very frustrating. You can run the risk of spending your entire research budget and gathering data without actually gaining many useful insights. How do you create research goals that will lead to meaningful insights? In general, get specific. Let me give you two contrasting examples with researchers who are testing a site that sells all kinds of custom flooring. One researcher writes the research goal, "How intuitive is it for people to customize their floors on our site?" As he sits down to write his screener for gathering the right participants, he isn't quite sure what kind of people he's looking for. So, to be safe, he stays quite broad and decides to focus on people who are currently interested in getting a custom floor. He quickly recruits his participants and runs 5 usability tests with some basic tasks related to all aspects of the process, and sits down to analyze the data. Across the 5 individuals, there's a very broad range in how well they performed the tasks. The more he combs through the data, the more confused he becomes and ultimately realizes that he isn't very sure how intuitive the site is. A second researcher writes a different goal. What factors are slowing down homeowners who are in the process of customizing their wood floors? She easily crafts a screener that identifies homeowners who are currently making decisions about their wood floors. She runs her 5 usability tests and sits down to analyze the data. As she carefully combs through the recordings of the sessions, she easily identifies a good list of specific pain points that are making it difficult for homeowners to successfully complete the customization process. What is the main difference between these two research goals? Specificity. Trying to discover meaningful and actionable insights with vague research goals is almost as elusive as trying to catch smoke with your hands. You need research goals that won't dissolve in your hands. Research goals that are specific become a solid tool you can rely on. They are almost like a sharp knife that lets you cut through the data you gather to easily identify what is relevant and what is not. A good research study can investigate multiple research goals. Please just make sure that each one is specific in its scope and purpose. Now, 2 words of caution about being too specific. First, none of us have unlimited time or resources for conducting user research. Your research goals need to be broad enough that they can give you insights that can help you make large improvements. For example, having a unique research goal for how long it takes users to purchase every product on a typical e-commerce site is unrealistic. Second, being too focused on a few small details can make you miss other valuable insights. Your research will reveal many interesting insights that may or may not be directly related to your research goals. While being specific leads to actionable insights, don't blind yourself to the other valuable information that will inevitably arise in your studies.